before that, I want to take a question with Gopal Agarwal, spokesperson of the BJP. Sir, I want to touch upon the question of brand ambassadors for these large projects who actually, allow their stature to be used in what many would call luring customers. There was a bill that the government was proposing which would hold brand ambassadors as well as celebrities accountable if certain brands fail in living up, not just living up to the expectations, or rather duping the customer. Can we see that being made accountable in case of constructions as well?
I think that is one point of time, but ultimately what our government is trying is that how this bubble was building, and how Amrapali is a very fit case where we can see that there was not only the fund diversion by the promoters, but also there were certain instruments were created which helped them into over leveraging, like Noida Authority giving only charging 10% and giving the land on the lease to these promoters. If this was not given on lease, they would not have over leveraged, and ultimately even banks, institutions would have the assets for recovery of major portion of the funds. Ultimately what happened is that they were given on a lease rent, and which these promoters did not pay. So there were certain instruments which were created at that point of time, and that helped into bubble burst, and now we are trying to resolve it. And this is a fit case where we are working on a solution.
Okay.
There are issues with regard to multiple financing.
Okay.
So there is a issue of brand ambassador, but it is a connivance of all these things which has to be resolved.
All right.
And I would also I have been meeting with home buyers. They should have been also more careful in their selection of which buyer to go for. And ultimately it is a complete, I understand their plight, government is trying to resolve, but these issues have to, who will ultimately bell the cat, and where the funds will come.
Absolutely.
Will
and sir, the question about
how this will be.